Human trafficking, often known as modern slavery, is illegal use of force, deception, or coercion to obtain work or commercial sex against the victim's will. To attract victims into being recruited, traffickers may employ violence, deceit, or false promises of lucrative professions or personal relationships. Men, women, and children of various ages, ethnicities, and countries are among the victims of human trafficking. Around the world, 45.8 million people are enslaved today. There are 10 million children, 15.4 million people in forced marriages, and 4.8 million people who are subjected to forced sexual exploitation. Because so many occurrences of human trafficking go undiscovered and unreported, it's difficult to come up with specific figures.
In addition, victims are selected based on their vulnerabilities and transported between countries and regions through deceit or coercion. They are stripped of their autonomy, freedom of movement, and choice once they reach their destination and are compelled to work under perilous conditions. They are frequently subjected to both physical and emotional abuse. Human trafficking is linked to a variety of criminal activities, including illegal money transfers, the use of forged travel papers, and cybercrime.
Human traffickers deceive men, women, and even children from all over the world and force them into an exploitative situation. Victims of human trafficking can experience devastating psychological effect during and after the trafficking experience. Many survivors end up experiencing post-traumatic stress, difficulty in relationship, depression, memory loss, fear, guilt, shame, and other severe forms of mental trauma. Human trafficking is a massive violation of human rights. People around the world should be knowledgeable about this issue, and people who take advantage of those who can fight back should be put inside a jail and face the consequences of their wrongdoings.
In addition, in Ms. Rakim report, human trafficking can be regarded as unethical, since it's wrong, not only the victims but also in society destination. According to Europol 2005, human trafficking has been defined as a trade in women and children for prostitution or other immoral purposes. Human trafficking is an egregious human rights violation with profound negative physical and psychological consequences. According also to utilitarianism, theory of human trafficking, moral action is one that brings the greatest happiness to the greatest number of people. The application of this theory to the human trafficking reveals that the victims are deprived of the rights to safety and freedom since they are held against the will. Overall, human trafficking disgraces the whole society. Hence, it is an unacceptable practice.
The following are the top 4 solutions that helps to eradicate human trafficking. First, be aware of the sign of human trafficking. Human trafficking is one of the serious crimes that go unnoticed. We must be aware of the indication of human trafficking to protect ourselves and others. Traffickers frequently make tattoo words like daddy or cousin their victims. Victims may alter their appearances and attitudes in response to their surroundings. Untreated medical concerns such as wounds, scars, burns, and fractured bones may represent a death. Second is to stay informed. Knowledge is the most effective weapon we have to combat this global problem. Keep up with the latest human trafficking news from across the world or look for a blog about the topic to stay informed, as this will help us gain a better understanding of the various forms of human trafficking that occurs around the world.
Another solution for quelling such horrendous crime is to advocate and promote anti-trafficking legislations. Reaching out to local, state, and federal representatives will help them be informed about the serious effects of this issue and will likely do something about it, such as strengthening and developing legislations for those who are involved in doing this crime. And lastly, we must help combat the demand. Due to the constant demand for cheap labor and exploitation, traffickers often turn to websites to target vulnerable possible victims. Therefore, we must enforce a stricter validations in checking websites online and offer jobs to people through a more reliable and safe online platforms. With this, we can attack this problem at its roots and stop human trafficking.